I don't normally film at night because quite obviously the lighting is appallingly bad, so sorry about the spooky lighting, but you know, sometimes we run out of daylight hours. Hi everyone, it's Tash and welcome to another recipe video, and today we are making matcha butter mochi. You might already know that mochi is a Japanese sticky rice cake. Butter mochi is a very popular dessert in Hawaii, where they mix sticky rice flour with butter, rich coconut milk and sugar. It is divine. I've only ever had it in England though, so I don't know what it's like in the actual country, but the Hawaiian butter mochi I've had in England has been divine. And I made it a very long time ago for my blog tashcakes.com in its original form. And originally it's really simple, it's just sugar, coconut milk, butter, glutinous rice flour, only the main ingredients, and eggs. And it's been a while since I've made it, but I really wanted to make it again. But of course, you know me, any opportunity I'll stick matcha in anything. So that is why I'm making a matcha butter mochi cake today. This one's super easy. It's another one of those bung everything in a bowl, mix and bake type recipes. One of my favourite types of recipes, to be honest. Also minimal washing up, that's always a pro. But it does take a bit of a while to cook in the oven, about an hour or so, because the batter is quite liquidy. Other than that, super simple. So let's go to the kitchen and see how it's done. We're going to start by preheating our oven to 190 degrees C. I've also prepared a 23 by 28 centimeter dish. This is oven proof of course, and I've buttered it very thoroughly and lined the bottom with some non-stick baking paper. Now you're going to need a pretty big bowl for this. We're going to use 450 grams of glutinous rice flour. I absolutely hate the bags these come in. The flour goes everywhere, especially if you're not using a whole bag. Thankfully this time we are. See, it's a double bagged type deal. And then it's sealed with a sticky tape, which is never a good idea. Let me just get this out very carefully. Get rid of this bag. Open this bag. See what I mean if you're not using the whole thing? It's very difficult to put back away. I should get some dedicated jars for them. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to put that whole lot in, all 450 grams. Just going to tidy up a bit because of course it went everywhere. To that I'm going to add the same amount of caster sugar, so that's 450 grams of caster sugar. And I'm also going to sift in 2 tablespoonfuls of matcha. Let's add a sprinkling of salt to that too. Now I'm going to take a whisk and mix this lightly. And while I do that, I'm also going to create a little dip in the centre, a well, if you will. Oh, I almost forgot a very crucial ingredient, baking powder. We're going to need that for it to rise. So before you forget, add 3 teaspoonfuls of baking powder. And now I need to mix that in and then create a well yet again. Now we're going to crack 6 eggs into this well. And we're going to start mixing this from the centre going outwards, being careful not to create any lumps. Now that you've got it started, you're going to add 125 grams of melted unsalted butter. Don't add it hot, straight melted by the way. I've actually cooled this a little bit. It's still a bit warm, but it's not so hot that it's going to scramble your eggs. At this point I'm going to add in 2 teaspoonfuls of vanilla. And now that it's starting to get super thick, we're going to gradually add in a whole can of full fat coconut milk. As you can see, I'm adding the coconut milk bit by bit to avoid lumps. And this is it, this is our butter mochi batter. Simple. Now we need to get all of this into our prepared pan. Oh, if you have a second pair of hands, use them because this is heavy. In fact, I'm going to take that out because I need both hands for this. Oh, heavy bowl. Okay, dump it straight in there. Phew, thank goodness the bowl gets lighter as it empties out. Scrape your bowl down. Remember that matcha is expensive. And you want to get every last drop in there. And now we're going to bake this for about 1 hour and 15 minutes. And yes, that is a long time, but as you can see, it's a very liquid batter, so it's going to need that time. So see you in 1 hour and 15. Okay, so actually, I put it in for 1 hour, forget about that extra 15 minutes, and this is how you want it. As you can see, it's springy and golden on top. So now we're going to let it cool down completely. Now that this thing is cool, well, it's a bit warm, but slightly cool, I'm going to attempt to free it from the cake pan. Oh, nice and easy. That is why you should butter it super well and line it at the bottom. Let's flip her back around. Oh, that was a bit messy. But it's okay because I got the extra paper for insurance. I often find when I make butter mochi that the ends do go a bit too dark. And I find I can't avoid that without the centre not cooking. So I am going to now shave these bits off, and that will make it a bit neater. So let's do that now. Oh, I can already tell she's chewy. You can already see that texture. It's just like cake, but chewy. In fact, I'm going to steal a bit of the bottom, which isn't burned. That is good. That is seriously good. Top's not too burned. You could probably eat that, but I wouldn't. And now we're going to cut it into rough squares. So what do you reckon? 3 here, 4 here? 3 here, 4 here? Yeah, let's make 12. I cannot cut straight to save my life. How about this? Alright, I'm going for it. I'll stop overthinking. Let's take a look inside. I choose you. Let's have a look. Sensational. Is she the prettiest cake in the world? Maybe not, but she's gorgeous to me. And she is pleasingly squidgy too. Nice. I love the layers that this cake produces. You've got like a spongy top and a very dense mochi bottom, but it's also soft and chewy. Lovely. Butter mochi. I'm so happy with that. It is so addictively squishy. The way my recipe turns out is that kind of half of it at the bottom is more traditionally mochi-like in that it's a little bit dense, but then the top is like a really fluffy, slightly chewy sponge. That's thanks to the baking powder helping it rise. Without the baking powder, it would just all be like a really dense mochi, which would also be nice, but then it's nice to have that little lift and the lightness from the sponge part. I'm going to go ahead and dig right in, so cheers! Oh, it's quite wide, I have to go snake mode just a second. It's a bang-on 50-50 hybrid of fluffy sponge cake and chewy mochi. It is amazing. Whoever first invented butter mochi in Hawaii, well done. Seriously good idea. And of course for matcha fans, the matcha and the coconut milk and the richness of the buttery goodness goes so well together. And matcha cake is always a good idea. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you'll join me next Wednesday for my next one, which will hopefully be better lit. Get the full written recipe on my blog tashcakes.com and find me on Instagram. I am tashcakes.tastes. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see more. Give this video a like if you'd like to help other people find it. Comment down below if you'd like me to make anything in particular, and I'll see you guys next time. Be good, be nice, and have a good week. Do you want to see my secret without this extra little box light? Then this will be the lighting I work with. Luckily I have my mini photography light on hand.